Okay, welcome to another edition of the Above the Bridge podcast. This is episode 38. Shout out to our producer, Boy Band John. What's up, BBJ? All right. Shout out to our sponsors. We're going to go at defendhawaii.com. If you go on their website, you use promo code ATBPOD upon checkout, you'll receive 15% off your entire order. Defendhawaii.com. Also, Detail Garage Hawaii. If you want to wash your car, get waxes or polishes, go to detailgaragehawaii.com. Promo code ATBPOD, and you'll also receive 15% off your entire purchase. Okay, our last sponsor is Hawaii Candy Factory. They make lihimui, nerds, gummies, cola. I don't know. It's just a bunch of crazy candy concoctions they come up with. Same thing. Upon checkout, go to hawaiicandyfactory.com, ATB pod upon checkout, and you'll receive 10% off your entire order. Okay, so today, my guest for you, she used to live in Hawaii, and now she lives in Utah. And the reason why we have her on their show, she has an OnlyFans page, and we had a bunch of people calling in and asking questions about OnlyFans, and I had a bunch of questions, so we need to get somebody on. Is the only person I knew that was down to do it with us. Shout out to our guest today, Olivia Ching. How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing pretty well. How are you guys?
I'm all right. How's Utah?
It's been pretty good. I just moved here not too long ago. I finally got my own little place. I'm closer to another side of my family. I've been doing like mountain adventures before it gets cold, and like I found a whole new world for myself, and I'm super stoked to be here.
All right. Wait, you were originally from Kaneohe?
Kahalu, 4.5.
Oh no. So you're a Mocahontas.
Whatever you want to call it.
4-4. So okay, that's how much of that must be a big kind of culture shock going from straight Kahalu to Utah. Like, how did you, first of all, why did you move there?
I knew for a long time I was kind of getting island fever. Before Corona happened, I wanted to move out here, but then Corona happened and I was like, no better place to quarantine than on a beach. Yeah. So I rode out that wave, and then I decided at just one point, I was like, okay, it's time to go. So I sold what I could and took my clothes. I moved here with like 4 boxes, and that's it. But I accumulated some things, but it was not that bad. I mentally prepared for a really long time, to be completely honest.
Oh, so you kind of knew you're gonna move before like, you just took that step. You still work at the donut place, with Breon?
Yeah, Purvey. Shout out to those boys too.
Yeah, shout out to Purvey, Breon. Yeah. They he actually sponsored, or he donated donuts to my workplace, the Cancer Research Center, and Brian Simpson came with a bunch of donuts for us, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get Breon to come on the show. When we had him scheduled, he just had a new baby, and it kind of it didn't work out. But hopefully in the future.
I know he's a very busy man, very very busy. They all are.
What did you do? What did you do over there? Were you like cooking the donuts, or like?
Yep, everything. Mixing some batter. My favorite thing, of course, is like decorating all day, doing toasted marshmallows and all kinds of designs, and also eating them, partaking in those tasty little things every day. But it was fun. It was a good time. It was awesome to see how far they've grown. It's been a while. Like it's probably been like 2 years maybe since I worked there. But yeah, they've come so far. They opened another location. Yeah.
But that's kind of crazy. When did you move? Time. Like,
to here, to Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
Maybe I think in like April, at the end of April, May, June, July, August, September.
Oh, so
yeah, I've been here for like
less than a year then.
But I've gotten a lot of stuff done since then.
So moving there, what was your initial game plan? Like, what did you have planned out, or you're just like, I'm just gonna move and see what happens, or?
Pretty much. I always make sure I have like jobs lined up somewhere somehow, but I have like family here. So my sister got me into a coffee shop, and I was working there, and I got hired at Whole Foods. I'm still working at Whole Foods, but juggling both of those. I was working like 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 3 days a week. And I was
Oh.
just like dead. But I saved enough money. I got my own space. I'm starting my own business. I have my own car. Like I just was really on top of my shit when I came here. I knew I saved a bunch of
Adulting.
money. Major adulting. I was like kind of dilly-dallying and just chilling in Hawaii, but I really just made shit happen for myself when I got here. I just knew what I had to do and just did it. And it feels good
I guess.
to be independent.
Oh, good for you. I guess like the move kind of made you, kind of forced you to have to like take
Get it
yourself to the
together.
next level.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
get
don't
your
want to
shit
stay at my
together.
mom's house. Like my sister has 2 boys and their house is just full, but I had a place when I got here. I moved in with a friend and then yeah, I got my own place. I just needed my own space and it's perfect. I love it. I was always scared of living alone when I was younger. Maybe I'd be a little more scared if I was in like a house, but I have an apartment and I'm on the 3rd floor and I feel a little safer like off the ground.
Oh yeah.
So, but I love living alone but never lonely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was fortunate to be able to live alone. I used to live on Kawipa Street. And then but then like you said, everybody, it wasn't like I lived alone because everybody would be at my house every single day. But so what business are you starting up?
It's called Body by Liv with 2 V's. It's body sculpting, so non-invasive body sculpting. What is the word? Lymphatic drainage. And yeah, so I liquefy all your hydrated fat cells so you can pee and sweat them all out.
How the hell do you do that?
It's pretty awesome. So I start with some wood therapy and I go over your body and kind of unclog your lymphatic system because your body naturally detoxes itself, but you have buildup over the years of just not like unclogging it at all. So I'll go in with ultrasound cavitation, which is where you break up with heat your hydrated fat cells. So you have to make sure you drink a ton of water and kind of detox your body beforehand too. Break up your fat cells, and then I use radio frequency to break down your fat and also unclog. Like you can see the difference in people's like armpits and stuff, like instantly going over it and just seeing the blockage break down. It's kind of cool, very satisfying. And I do vacuum therapy. I can do vacuum therapy on your butt to make it bigger and tighter looking. It's great. I love it.
What? How did you learn how to do all this?
So I got it done to myself through a friend, Chantal. Before I left, I got 2 sessions done. And then with that being said, I kind of just knew that it was going to be a head start to me living a healthier lifestyle out here. So I knew I was just working a lot, but I started eating healthier, cut out all junk food. All I do is like cook at my mom's house and then exercise. And I lost like 15 pounds of my quarantine weight, like just being steady on that pretty quick.
Good for you.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I stopped drinking too. That was like number 1. Alcohol makes me sick here. It was easy though, because alcohol just makes me sick. I'll drink a little bit of sake at dinner and it just makes my tummy sore and my head hurt and it's not even worth it anymore.
Wow, because you used to rage out before, right? From what I remember.
I did. For years, since I was like 16, I was so crazy and I could
I don't remember
a
the
lot of
16
people.
part.
I was go-go dancing back then.
I know,
but not that
not
young,
for
I
us.
guess.
Not for us. Not
when
for
I
us.
was like, that's true.
Just let everybody know. I didn't hire no 16-year-olds.
No, that's okay, true. Yeah, so for a long time I drank a lot. And then
that's
I think it's
good.
the altitude of my body probably being like, okay, girl, I think you've had enough of it. So I'm doing a lot better. I'm happier, have more energy. I like my friends come into work hungover and I'm like, I cringe for them. I'm like, oh, I remember that feeling and being just
I remember 16.
Oh. Well, 16 I could handle it. Now that I'm 28, when I was in Hawaii, just the hangovers are like death.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
I
don't miss that. I do not miss that at all.
Plus, when you live a healthier lifestyle, I know for me, once you start seeing results, that becomes a good motivator. Once you see you on the scale, yeah, you see the scale. I lost like 3 pounds. Like, oh shit, it's actually working. That's what got me motivated. And then I was like, okay,
Hmm.
yup. So whatever I'm doing is working. I'm gonna continue it, and then
Yeah.
yeah, go from there. How was
Yeah.
quitting drinking though? You never like crave it or anything like that?
Um, I would like in the beginning kind of just be like, oh, I want a glass of wine after work and stuff, but like it still just never made me feel good. Like after work in Hawaii, sea level, I'm like, all right, I can have a couple glasses of wine. I'm winding down. I'm good. Maybe a bottle. I don't know. But yeah, it just really was not satisfying for me anymore and just not worth the feeling, just having such a bad headache. I
Yeah.
think it's the altitude. Maybe I'm Asian and I'm also like allergic to it, but it literally just made me sick. I sometimes I crave it. Like I'm like, ooh, a cocktail sounds so good. And then I taste it. I used to love tequila and tequila now I'm like, I can't even smell it. It's so terrible to me. My mom loves it. And I'm like, I'll try a sample of her drink. And it just doesn't cut it for me.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
blessed
thing.
that it was so easy, but yeah, I trip out.
Well, that's good, and it sounds like you're doing good. Like, okay, living in Utah, like, what is there to do there? I don't even know where Utah is on the map. Like,
It's by Colorado and Idaho,
okay, so
and
it's like in the middle.
like I think we share a border with Nevada. Yeah, central,
Okay,
like east, west, central, Midwest is what they call it
okay,
here.
good. I'm not
I'm
good
learning the
with geography.
terminology. Me either. I only learn when I like go places, but even then I have such a hard time. Um, I forget what your question was.
What is there to do in Utah? Like, what do you do for fun up there?
Um,
Like,
I work a lot. There's not really much. I don't think so that there's really a like a nightlife scene. I mean, downtown is kind of cute. They do little block parties. There's some festivals and stuff during the summer. Those are fun. I want to get into like backpacking and like river rafting. I know that's
oh wow,
ridiculously out of my comfort zone, but I kind of am ready to just like take that leap. So I'm looking probably, hopefully before it gets too cold, I want to do like a short, start small, a short backpacking trip because the altitude literally kills me. Like
oh yeah,
it's hard for me to run when I'm at the gym and like even on little hikes, like the air is really thin up here. I'm at like 4,000 or higher if you're going on a hike in the mountain.
oh wow.
So, but it's beautiful. In October, I'm gonna go see some of the national parks in the south, and they're just like mind blowing. I'm just really excited
Oh,
to
that's
see these
super
new
cool.
things.
So,
Yeah,
so there's a lot of nature stuff to do out there then.
totally nature. My brother's hunting. I want to try go hunting with him. His dog like he shoots the birds and then his dog will go and find them. So that sounds like a
Oh,
cool experience. He also hunts elk, but I'm not down to go elk hunting.
why you didn't shoot an elk?
I don't know. I don't even want to be anywhere near one in the forest. That's crazy. They're huge, like huge. You think a moose is huge. Like, no. In real life, that shit's massive.
Yeah, I guess so. When you're like, yeah, and if it knows it's in danger, that's not a good look.
Mm-hmm.
So
Seriously.
does it snow up there? Like, is there like snowboarding and skiing and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff?
Yeah,
Oh, I
there's
might have to.
lots. There's like what snowbird, there's all kinds. They say that Utah has the best powder in the world.
Oh,
I'm not really big on sports in general. I'd like to try, but I also just don't like being outside in the cold. Like
oh yeah.
I like to just wait in like a hot tub and look at everything from there. I like to
Yeah.
be comfortable, but I'll try it. I'll try almost anything once. So
So this is this
hopefully
will be this will be your first winter there then.
Yeah, I visited here in the winter last year. I was here for a couple of months and it is like super cold in the city. It maybe snowed like once or twice, but we're also in the middle of a drought. So it hasn't really been
Oh,
raining. It's been dry season all around. But the mountains definitely have snow. Park City always has snow. And then like we have a cabin that's pretty high up in like a canyon and
oh
that's like
wow.
snowed in. Like me and my brother went on an adventure and like you can just see like the tops of the signs of the street or like the street signs and stuff. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
nuts.
insane.
It's like winter wonderland. That's also really pretty too. There's
Oh
just
yeah, I can
seasons are
imagine.
beautiful. I want to see views, make those kinds of memories.
So what is the pandemic situation like over there? Like, is it all people like
Um,
over here? Everybody still got I mean, it's freak out central right
it's
here
like
now, but
I know that's another reason why I left. I'm kind of happy I did because I was just over it. I spent my quarantine time there, and even that I was like I wanted to leave before we had to quarantine, but yeah, so I came here and it's kind of, I don't know, some businesses require their workers to wear masks. I work at Whole Foods. We all have to wear masks, whether you're vaccinated or not. It's recommended that whether you are or not, you wear it like in the store, but I don't wear it like outside by any means.
hmm. But is it like you got to show your vaccination card and all this stuff? Like over here now,
No,
starting today,
I
like
saw
to go to a
anywhere.
restaurant, to go, yeah, and like people are
That gives me
posting
so
like,
much anxiety for you guys. That's
yeah,
just insane, the freedoms that they've taken away. And it's super silly. I'm like, you should have a
yeah,
choice what you put in your body and you should still be able to go to a restaurant. Like, come on now. There's people having football
yeah.
games in real life right now.
I know.
But
I just watched the Raiders like full
yeah.
pack stadium with no mask. I'm just like, okay, well they, and I thought Vegas had the most COVID. Maybe not
Vegas,
today.
I just I just got back from Vegas and it wasn't that bad. I didn't really do much on the strip though. Like I did some other nature stuff and was in the
Oh,
desert, but like in the hotel you had to wear your mask, but if you're on the streets you're fine. But yeah, they
so
weren't
like
super crazy.
so like where you are, they're not pushing vaccinations and like the numbers aren't like
Um,
insane or
I'm not really sure. I try not to really keep too much. Like, I
yeah.
get it. It's out there. It's scary. It's happening. I do what I can and I do like my part.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want
true.
to
If you
stress and freak out about it. I mean, I'm not going to do anything that's going to get me arrested by any means, but I try and like follow the rules. If a store wants me to wear a mask, then I'll wear a mask.
yeah, it's been a super hot topic here and everybody is,
It's crazy.
and then
I feel
everybody's
so bad
internet
for you
doctors. Yeah.
guys. I know. Everybody knows internet doctors.
Yeah, everybody knows everything because they read it on the internet, so that makes it real.
Yeah,
Anyways,
it's crazy. Who knows what to believe anymore?
yeah, for real. Like you read one thing and then you'll read something else that contradicts it, and then it's like
And then the
shit.
rules keep changing. And that's why I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I get like some intel at work if like what we're supposed to do. But other than that, I can't be stressing out about that.
yeah. I can't either, but it seems to be the topic
You
here now,
guys are
and
living it, unfortunately.
yeah,
That like I couldn't even imagine. That
yeah.
sucks.
It's more for worry for my daughter because I mean she can't get vaccinated; she's too young, and then I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what would be the plan if she could, and I don't know what. Yeah, it's just
There's a lot of hard decisions to be made because that's like for future, you don't know like long-term effects of some things. And it's,
yeah,
yeah, it's a lot.
yeah. It's something that you can't just take lightly, but neither
Mm-mm.
can having this pandemic. One of my good friends is in the hospital now with it, and he's not doing too good. So it's yeah, it's been a
It's
crazy
scary.
freaking year. Yep.
2 years almost already,
Yeah.
right? It's been
Yep.
wild.
Well, at
It's
least you got
just,
to get away from it, at least here.
yeah, I know. And I'm glad that there's mountainy things for me to do, or like even just driving. I would
Oh
like go
yeah,
and take a drive. And I love that so much.
that's cool. So the topic of the day, or it's been kind of a hot topic recently, is OnlyFans.
Why?
And well, for one thing, for me, I got to know about it because they were going to change the rules, and I started hearing like, oh, they can't do this, they can't do that, and then people were asking me like I was an authority on it, and I'm like, I don't fucking know, I don't even know
Your
how it works.
co-creator.
Yeah, I was like, I wish, but then I'm like,
You'd be
okay,
making a
well,
lot of money.
oh yeah, definitely will have a better
Oh.
setup for this podcast. But I want to know, like, I have a ton of questions, and I had some people ask questions too. And because you started it and you're doing it, So first off, why did you start at OnlyFans? Wait, first off, what is OnlyFans?
It's a platform where you can share literally any content your heart desires. Many people use it for like nudes and stuff like that. You can do music, you can do workout, you can do cooking, you can do anything.
But the stigmatism is that it's to people buy that because they're like there's a bunch of naked ladies on there. I don't know, right?
Mainly, like, I feel like a lot of people is always like, do that OnlyFans. But like what I like is that it's up to me and my terms and what I want to share. Like you're gonna have people asking all kinds of questions, and I'm like, okay, sorry, no, I don't do that. You're in the wrong place for that. I'm like, I can refer you to someone who can, but I feel like a lot of people like it because it's me. Like you can look up any girl on the internet, but
yeah,
like some people like me. And I appreciate them, and I like engage with all of my people, and we've not like maybe like relationships, but not like relationships, but like a friendship where like yeah, and stuff like that. So yeah.
So you decided to, and I assume you make money off of it, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so basically, like the OnlyFans, is that linked to like Instagram or it's like a separate platform entirely?
I'm pretty sure it's a separate platform entirely. Like I use my Instagram as like advertisement for it, if that's the word I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
that makes
I guess
sense.
yeah, so I could get because I have like a bunch of followers, and I'm like, why not? If they're okay, back to the beginning, like why did I start it? Because we were in the middle of a pandemic and I was like, how am I going to make money? Plus I also wanted to still be making money for my move to come here because I had so many other plans and wanted to work and bust my ass for a while and save money, but I couldn't. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this OnlyFans thing. And I was like looking into it and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, whoa, okay, it goes there. Like it goes pretty dark. But then I realized like it's up to me what I want to share. And I was like, there's a market for this. I'm like, if you want to buy like feet pics, hit me up. Like if you whatever like weird stuff, not like super weird, but I'm just like, if there's a market for it,
yeah, because
I'll take your money.
Yeah, I heard on a podcast that I listen to, like somebody does her podcast and it's just pictures of her feet. And like it would be like, oh, I took a picture of me walking on the beach, or I took a picture of me like lounging at a football game. I'm thinking, who the fuck would want that? But I guess
some people, it's weird, but there's some people. And I'm like, if you're not gonna pay me, you're gonna pay somebody else.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. But like if it is some like weird stuff, I'm like, okay, you can go find that elsewhere. I don't do that. I'm very clear.
So you started it prior to moving up there when you were still here, or you start? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've had it for like maybe about a year now, maybe a little more.
And I assume it's lucrative for you.
What is that?
Making money.
Yeah, I was making really good money in the beginning. I was very present and like posting daily, and I had like a bunch of subscribers, and then I was like, I kind of went downhill. I lost a bunch of subscribers. I was going through things and life, and I was like also not feeling cute. I'm like, last thing I want to do is make some content or talk to anybody today. So I kind of just went a little bit MIA. Like I post here and there, so I kind of lost a lot of my followers or subscribers. But I'm being a little more present now that I have time and I'm settled into my new place, and I'm like, I don't have kids running around or anything, so I can actually like make some videos and content and take pictures.
Okay, so how does it work? Like is it like Instagram where you can, there's like a DM, or like you can interact with people, or live video chat, or how does it work?
Yeah,
I should just subscribe to somebody's one and then I could find out.
Pretty much. Yeah, you could subscribe. But yeah, you can go live. I haven't really done, I don't think I can like video chat with someone, but I've gone live like once. it was cool. I just don't really go live. I'd rather just record it first. But
Yeah.
I should probably start doing that a little more often. I should try now that I have time.
So, I mean, obviously, there's gonna be some weird people out there looking at your stuff, and like, how are those interactions? Like, do you ever get freaked out or be like, oh shit, this is getting serious, or like,
No, not really. Honestly, like everyone I've come across is like pretty chill and like respectful of things. You can choose your own username. Some people I have no idea. And part of me is like, I'm better off not knowing. Like, I don't want to know who you are, what you're doing with my content. Like, it's okay. But some people I'm like, okay, I know you. I'm like, I might send you another picture here and there. Or
Oh,
like,
oh, so you can
but
do
yeah.
private interactions.
So there's DMs. I can DM. Yeah, there's private interactions. I can post things. I have like a story. I can go live. I have DMs. So like I'll post some content, and then if there's like a little bit more of a risque photo, I'll like you can set a price, and they have to pay to unlock the photo or the video or
Oh,
whatever it is.
oh, that's pretty cool. So if
Yeah.
you do
So
that, does OnlyFans take a percentage of that, or you just pay a flat
yes.
subscription? Like, oh, okay.
No, they take 20%, which is kind of crazy. Imagine the money they're making. Like,
Oh
there's
yeah.
girls making millions, and 20% of all of that. Crazy. I'm like, I need my 20%.
Yeah. But it's like
But
per exchange, not it's not like, oh, you just use my
no,
platform
it's
for a
like
month.
everything that I sell, they take 20%.
Okay.
But so I'm like, hey, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm like, hey, I have Venmo, Cash App, Apple
Oh
Pay,
yeah.
PayPal, like, and then I'll send
Cut
you
out the
whatever
middleman.
it was. Yeah, I'm like, shit, I'm doing all the work.
That's true. Yeah. I wanted to know, like, say I were to subscribe to your OnlyFans, would you be able to know that that's me?
Only if you use your name. Other than that, it's like user, it like creates one for you. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
don't
So
want me
like,
to know who you are, but if
so
you
that
want me to, you'll use your name. Sometimes I'm like, are you really gonna use your real name?
I know you. You live down the street. We used to ride bike
Dead
together.
ass.
Fucking pervert. This whole time.
I'm like, hey, but there you go. It's like there's the market for it. You're
Oh,
welcome. I feel like it's a win-win because they're getting something they want, and yay me, I get paid for it.
what do you think, John? We should start up OnlyFans and see what kind of fucking pervs that hit us up. It's like your neighbor or something. That would be insane. Well, I guess that's good. It's basically anonymous then, right?
I'd say, yeah.
I know I had some model friends that would go on these, not like long time ago. It was like a model site, and
Mhm.
then they would have people buy their pictures, but then they would know who it was because of the interaction through the way they were billed,
Mhm.
because they had to give their real name to run their credit card and stuff. And then
Mhm.
they would see who it was and then be like, oh, so and so bought like 30 of my pictures. And we're like, what? Like, and I was just thinking, like, oh, that's so shame. And then we'll see him on and be like, oh, you're a fucking scrub. Like, you bought her pictures. I know.
No, see, that's like a little bit what I'm afraid of. Is if like one person is like, oh yeah, I'll subscribe, and then all you guys can see it. Like, I'm sure there's some cheap asses out there, but
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Taking
at least
screenshots and
one way
texting.
or another, I get paid. That's one thing. But second, I think OnlyFans has kind of a oh, I don't know what the word is for it. Like policies, like if you're caught selling someone else's content, like you can get in really big trouble. They're pretty big on
Mm.
that. So I feel like I trust everybody to send my photos or whatever, and they trust me that I also won't like leak their information. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
because of that reason, if I were to be like, oh, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty confidential with whoever. Like, I'm not gonna blast anyone because it's like my job, like to
Yeah.
like maintain that confidentiality or whatever. Like, I would never like drop names or be like, you wouldn't believe. You know what I'm
I
saying?
would.
Like it's work, and but then it's gonna like mess me up. Like there goes a subscriber.
Yeah,
If they find out I was talking shit, you know.
that's true.
So I
But
just
like,
try to be
that'd be
equal.
rough. Have you ever met anybody that you were that not met, but okay, say you knew somebody that was subscribing and you like see them in person? Is it weird, or did that ever happen? Or
Some people are like, no, and like we can crack jokes about it. But I mean, other than that, like a random person or like an acquaintance, you mean like I kind of know you.
yeah,
I can't really say necessarily that I've encountered that really. Sometimes I'll see them and I'll be like, finally, if I can subscribe, it took you long enough. Like, talking about it, asking for free samples.
oh,
Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh man, the things you hear. It's
it
pretty
must be.
entertaining.
So what is the craziest shit you heard like from people like DMing you and stuff like that?
I don't think you want to know.
I want to know.
I don't know. I try and like steer away from like finding out what they do with my content.
Well, obviously, I could tell you right now.
Personally, like I know, but I'm just like, here's the picture. Thanks, bye. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't like. Some people ask me for like phone sex, and I'm like, sorry, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, I mean, who knows? I could be good at it, but I'm not comfortable with that shit. I would probably have to practice a lot. But yeah, people also want to do like video chats, and I don't really do video chats. I just don't. I don't want to get too personal, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep it like business. And like I haven't really gotten anyone like super creepy and like trying to like stalk me or like be that weird. I feel like I have a pretty good following that isn't.
And you
like,
could probably filter that
stalker-ish.
stuff out, huh? Like you could.
Yeah, like if they
cancel.
got really crazy, and I could choose to like not respond to that kind of weird
Yeah.
stuff, and I'm like, okay, please don't subscribe next month. Weirdo.
Oh, so it's
But
like
you
a
can
month?
also like block people. You can block people,
okay.
and like you can filter. I don't know if I blocked anybody. Maybe I did. Actually, there was like this one creepy guy on Instagram who would always send me like pictures of his butthole, and I'm like, ew. And I'm like, I don't want to see that. And then he would tell me like, oh, I'll fly you out to any kind of place, name my price. I'm like, I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not flying anywhere with you, stranger. Like, no. And I was like, you can subscribe to my OnlyFans. And then they're like, I already did. And I was like, oh shit. And then I'm pretty sure I found out who it was because they were really weird and I blocked them. I mean, you could subscribe as many different names and he could maybe not be creepy right now, but I don't. That was probably the weirdest that I've ever.
That's insane. Do you feel safe?
Yeah, I do. I don't really like disclose any of my locations really. Like even if like I know some of my followers are on my OnlyFans, but like I don't really post where I am at the exact time. I'll usually like wait a little while or a couple of days and then I'll use that like geotag just for safety reasons, like in general, because I mean, human trafficking is real in Hawaii. I can only imagine how it is here. And this is just such a bigger place. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so, there's mountains and shit.
There's like literally middle of nowheres here. And it's like pretty scary. So I'm just like trying to stay safe.
That's good. Well, I mean, I guess it's a new thing, right? And so what was the big rumor that it was going to be shut down or like, that was like a couple weeks ago, right?
Maybe like a month ago, actually, I think. Yeah, there was a rumor going around. I got an email saying that they were possibly going to stop adult content because something, I don't really know exactly. But then I also I was like, first of all, okay, great. Let me just sell some new content really quick before this all ends. That was my idea. And then after, I was like, wait a second, OnlyFans is not going to stop doing adult content. Like that is bank that they're making like mind-blowing amounts of money. There's 20%. No way. Yes, and that's only the adult film industry, or like the like nudes and I guess adult film industry. And then there's like other people who are selling like their music and whatever else that they want, and they're making 20% off of that. But pretty sure their big percentage is coming from like adult stuff. So I was like, no way. And then I got an email like a week later that was like, okay, we're gonna cancel that, whatever it was. So it's
Yeah,
like,
from what I heard, it was a situation that the banks that was, I guess, doing their transactions were not happy about what was it being used for. So they were trying to put an end to that. But then I get, like you said, money talks.
got
Like,
it.
oh, you're gonna lose 20%. Then I guess they had
Mhm.
to figure out how to.
Maybe they got a new bank. I'll find out when I
Yeah.
file my taxes, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, so you got to pay taxes. I didn't even think of that.
I think so. I don't
Because what
think
would
I
that
had to
be? A
pay
gift?
taxes on it because no, I think I got a W-2. I got something, I can't remember right now. I don't want to pull out my folder of all my tax papers, but I got some kind of tax paper. But I think because they take 20%, that
Oh,
like I don't have to pay on it, but I don't think I get like a return on it either. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'll have to go
I
over
guess
all
to
that
could be.
again. I don't know. Hopefully
I know
not.
that's
I just can't remember
yeah.
having to pay taxes on that.
Yeah, the government is gonna take 40%. So you're actually
They're
losing
gonna take my
60%.
percent plus the percent
Yeah.
from, I'm like, if OnlyFans is taking a percent, tax those people. Okay. Cause I need my 20% on top of whatever other percent you're trying to tax me on. But yeah, I would prefer any other transactions. I take like all other payment options. I have some people hit me up on like Instagram and other places. And I was like, okay, well, they're like, oh, I don't have OnlyFans. I was like, well, I have a billion other payment methods. So now you're just full of excuses. No, you're not getting a free sample.
PayPal, yeah. PayPal, Venmo, Cash
Zelle,
App. Yep.
name it.
Yep. Send me a check.
We could try. Where there's a
But
will, there's a way. That's for sure.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, for real. So if you're doing OnlyFans, is there any other platform kind of like OnlyFans that's out there?
Not that I know
Or
of.
do you know?
And I'm like
Oh,
old
okay.
school. I like don't even do TikTok. I feel like I'm too old for that shit.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm not doing
yeah,
TikTok.
I don't
That shit's
think
annoying.
it's just not my, it reminds me of how old I am.
It reminds me of
But
how
yeah,
stupid this earth is now. Like
I
if that's
know. And these
entertainment, watching
generations,
stupid girls going like this
and
and
it's
like
only
whatever.
your hat. Yeah, we're too old for
Yeah,
that shit.
whatever.
The world likes it nowadays. But I don't
I
think
don't
there's
get it.
anything else like OnlyFans that I know of. Have you heard of anything else that's like that?
No, I haven't. And with OnlyFans is kind of like the Instagram for adult content, I guess. Maybe I don't know, but it gives up
Yeah, Instagram got
any.
like, sorry, go ahead.
No, it just gives anybody a platform to be able to make money on doing whatever like,
Hmm.
whatever they want to do. So that's kind of
Yeah,
cool. And I always am about that. Like people trying to do different things and make money off of it.
anything.
Is
Yeah, as long as you have that hustle, respect. Because there's some
yeah.
people,
And
you
you
either have it or you don't, realistically.
yeah.
Yeah, I was either like selling shampoo or OnlyFans, and I didn't really feel, I was like, work smarter, not harder. I'm literally in a bathing suit all day, every day. If I can get some good angles, like a booty pic here and there, like and sell it, it's done for the day. Like,
So what's
yeah,
the
that was
going rate?
my
Like, do
idea.
you have like a tier, a pay tier?
No.
Like one
What do you
is
mean?
like $25, like a
Um,
booty is like 12. I don't know. Like what's the pay structure?
some people pay different prices for different things, I guess.
So it's not a
I don't
structure,
do
it's only
anything crazy. I'm
oh,
just
okay.
like, what's your budget like realistically? And I'll work with you maybe if your request isn't that ridiculous. But
You do
other than
layaway. You can see
it's
this
3
picture.
simple payments.
And you get like half the picture after like 3 payments and
That's actually a good idea. I might start doing that. Oh, that's
that's
funny.
kind of funny.
It's
That'd be
actually
a good
a
way
good
to
idea.
Or like have
I'm
the
just
crazy
saying.
parts blurred out, and like for your last payment, you get the blur taken away.
Oh, that's a
So
genius idea.
there you go. That's gonna be a new marketing technique. So how do you do your marketing to get people to find you? Is pretty much through Instagram, or do you run ads, or what do you do?
No ads. I don't think I could post myself up on like Hungry Hungry Hawaiian and pay for that or anything. Like I'm not ready for that yet. This is pretty big that I'm talking to you, but I'm like, I don't really have much to lose. Like my family pretty much knows what I do. I'm not like a porn star by any means, so don't ever get that idea. But like, I just know my angles, and I knew that I'm not gonna look this good forever. And I always heard like you should always take a bunch of naked pictures of yourself while you're young, so when you're old, you have something good to look back on. And that's how I
Shit,
like
I
to see
better
it.
start then.
Yeah, because yeah, you don't look like this forever. You get wrinkles and saggy, and I just
I guess so.
I want to enjoy it and allow everybody else to enjoy it while they can.
I guess, and get paid. So how when you make content, who's taking the pictures? Do you do it yourself, or you have like somebody to help you out, or?
Maybe me. I have like a little tripod. I have honestly like self timer is like my best friend. Um, Sometimes I'll have people take like some of my pics. Like me and my bestie when we were in Vegas, we visited like the painted rocks at Seven Magic Mountains, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my butt out, take a picture of me, and I was like, I'm gonna show you my titties, take a picture. So sometimes I'll have other people do it. I decided I'm like, anytime I'm in nature or somewhere cool, I'm just gonna flash my butt and boobies, and then I'm gonna put that content up because I think it's funny.
Hey, if it sells, I thought that one picture you posted on Instagram, topless shooting a gun in the desert, I thought that was cool. I mean, obviously it was on Instagram.
Oh,
You
did
didn't see your
I?
front, but yeah, it was. I thought it was a cool concept. Like that looked
It
kind of
was a
hot.
good time.
But I know a trick I wanted to tell you that I've learned. Not that I do it or anything, but instead of setting your timer, run video.
Oh yeah,
So
that too.
okay, that's a known thing then. Okay, never
Or
mind
like
then.
live photo sites. I didn't mean to just cut off your fun fact, but like
No,
live
because
photos.
you can run video and then go back to the video and just screenshot
Yeah,
and like
and they're still pretty
different angle.
clear. They're
Yeah.
still pretty clear. Sometimes it's kind of blurry because you are in motion and it's a video, but you can get some pretty good content with
Oh,
the
that's
video.
cool.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I guess that's a known thing, huh?
I hope more people know about it. It makes life so much easier.
Yeah. So you mentioned that your family knows you do this kind of stuff. Like what how was their reaction, or like how did you break it to them? You know what I mean? How do you explain it to them?
I mean, my dad doesn't know, but
Oh, great. I hope you don't watch this show.
he doesn't do podcasts.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, I'm pretty open with like my mom and the rest of my family, and I was like, it's the middle of a pandemic. I'm selling pictures of my booty, just like that.
And then what did they say? Okay, what's for dinner?
Usually just like, Olivia, are you serious right now? And I'm like, yeah, like there's a market for it. If I got it while I'm young, I'm just gonna do it. It would be dumb for me to not like jump on this opportunity, and I'm an opportunist. But my mom is like, I'm proud of everything else that you do. Seriously, hopefully one day you can stop. But you're gonna do it anyways. So
Oh yeah.
she's like, are you gonna do a booty shaking video in your dress? Sometimes I'm trying on dresses and I shake my ass at her. She asked me. She's seen me take a couple of videos and she's just like, oh my God, I don't know where you get it from.
So she's seen your work.
Yeah.
So
I always used to dance around and twerk around her and my sister, like, no chill. I'm super weird around them. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at the way this dress looks when I bounce it. So yeah, it'd be like that.
I guess you have cool parents then. What would your
They're pretty
dad
cool.
say?
He'd probably want to slap me if we're being
Or-
completely honest. I
Yeah,
don't
I would be
know.
like that.
Or he'd just be like, fucking Olivia. He might call me some names. I don't know. Nothing I've never heard before, though, realistically. He's said some pretty messed up things, and I'm just like, whatever. This is just what I do. It is what it is. Sorry, you heard about it now.
That's good. And if you were to give advice to somebody starting off doing this, what would you kind of tell
Do it.
them?
I'm like well, you have to just, I would say if like Instagram is your biggest platform or whatever it is, you have to be comfortable advertising yourself on it, period. Because other than that, I don't have any idea where I would, like, I'm not going to go send out some business cards or anything. Like, I don't know how else I would market myself other than like Instagram and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just say be like, know your limits, I guess, because there's people out there that are like really willing to push them some, and like just
Yeah.
do whatever you're comfortable with yourself. Like, don't really let anyone influence you into doing
So,
something you're not comfortable with.
so were you nervous when you first started out? Like, oh shit, this is my first picture. I'm gonna hit fucking send. This is it. Like, you're just like,
I was like, let's fucking get
yes.
it. Yeah. Because I was like, oh my God, seriously. I was like, so the boys I really liked, and I'm sure they were probably like, oh shit, look at this picture. And I'm like, okay, now at least I'm getting paid for it, and you can show whoever the fuck you want because it's already paid for. I hope
Oh
you
yeah.
wouldn't, but I'm just like, or just like, yeah, don't be dumb. That's all
Yeah.
the advice. Because it sucks because as soon as you be dumb, or like if you were to share my content, then that's over with. Like, our business is done. Like, you're not going to get any more content from me. And
Yeah.
people don't
Yeah.
want that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I guess you kind of, for you, I guess it works because you have a good head on your shoulders and you know that this is your hustle and you know, like you said, your limits and how to make money off of it. And you can do it in a
Yeah.
personable way where honestly it's a two-way street. Like people need sometimes that kind of interaction with somebody they don't know or just to like make them happy or
Yeah.
something that.
And I have conversations with my subscribers, and I mean, I feel like they're pretty good people. And yeah, sometimes people just need someone else to talk to sometimes, but I do keep it on like a pretty professional level. Like, I absolutely would never, ever, ever meet anyone like off the internet. And like, if it gets too weird, I'm just like, okay, well, we don't have to talk about that.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty straightforward. Even like with my limits, people are like, so do you have any masturbation videos? And I was like, no, you're not gonna find that here. I'm gonna let you know that before you like even subscribe. Straight up. I'm like, don't even ask me. Or I could tell you after, but I'm not scammy like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's true. Well, I guess so. Like some people to they could hint like, oh, I have this, and this, and then they subscribe. Is there like a trial period? Like, cause like there's some people like I'll see they're on Instagram, like, oh, they have an OnlyFans. I'm like, oh, you ain't showing nothing on there. Like, but people might not think that and subscribe and then get like the same pictures that they were putting on Instagram and then they got ripped
that
off.
is true. Actually, I've heard like some of like a friend, one of my friends had someone make like a OnlyFans of them, but realistically, like you gotta have like your social security number. Like, it's a whole damn process. Like, they literally verify you. Like,
Wow.
it takes a while to verify you. Like, I just got my little check and verified, but yeah, they make sure that it's you. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Somebody could have like pictures of you and make their
Oh
own
yeah, they would like
OnlyFans.
take them off of like her Instagram, like her cute little booty pics and stuff, and like post it. And she would, I don't know how she'd find out. I'm like, fuck, I wonder if anybody's making that of me. Well, I mean, I'm
Guarantee.
already
Well, like,
verified, but yeah. So they would
yeah,
try
I
and
know
do that, but it is a
friends.
really hard process.
Yeah, I know friends who a bunch of them got fake Instagrams of them. Like they would send me, can you return this person in or whatever? I'm like,
Yeah.
"Whoa." Like, or they would add me and it's like my friend and I'd be like, oh, this ain't you. Like, what's going on? And
Weird.
yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, OnlyFans, as like the creator, I can get like sometimes, I don't know if you see on my story, I'm like, hey, it's 10% off for the next like 10 people, or I could do like a free trial period. Maybe I should after this, but I'm just like,
that's when
okay,
you use the
they're gonna
blur pictures.
they're gonna get a free trial, and I'm like, they're gonna go through all my stuff, and then they're gonna not subscribe, or they're gonna get addicted and want to subscribe. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll have to figure that out and
both
see.
ways. Maybe like an hour, the next 30 minutes you can jump on, or so I don't know.
That's a good one. Maybe I will.
Maybe I'll be a marketer for OnlyFans.
You could be. We can do some type of collaboration. Sponsored by. You'll be sponsored.
Yeah.
They'll sponsor me.
I'll be after Defend Hawaii, that'll be like also sponsored by Olivia's OnlyFans. Use promo code ATB Pod and get free pictures.
Actually, maybe if they use your code, they'll get. Hold on, let me think of something really quick. If they use your code,
from
no. So oh yeah, you get a free nude and a free donut. No, so like if they were to subscribe and they pay, or like if I did a 10% off and then they gave me your code, then I could send them. Like they would have to DM me your code. We can put something like that out there for this episode.
Yeah, I would think of something. The only thing about this is, I talked to you about it earlier, is your OnlyFans name is also my daughter's name.
Yeah. And I can't change it. I'm so far in. I'm verified.
Yeah, not a fan of that, but whatever.
I'm so sorry. And I would be like the only person. I'm just game bird. That was a terrible name choice for me. I fucked up.
I was thinking, like, did I see her the day she made that name? I was with my daughter at the mall. And
oh boy,
all good. All
so
good.
terrible.
I'm just playing.
I feel bad.
Hopefully, I mean, hopefully a lot of people will come check you out. And I mean, honestly, with that kind of platform, the sky's the limit. Like it could be 20 people, it could be 1,000 of people. And like you said, they're only taking 20%. But if you're raking it in, like, I mean,
the first like month, I think I made, and this was just like that first month, I had no idea what I was doing. I was still figuring it out. I made like close to $3,000. That was like posting every day, and I had like 80 subscribers and like content and stuff. I'm like, I try like right now, my small goal, because I'm still working and I don't have a ton of content to put out. Like I at least try, like I haven't been putting out content the last couple of months. I've been busy and moving, but I still try and hit like 1,000, because I'm like 1,000, that's good. That pays my bills. And then whatever else work money is like goes to my savings and goes to my travel funds and other things. Good. So I try. Yeah.
Well, at least you got plans for what you're doing. And honestly, like if you had a whole shit ton of subscribers, then honestly, like you could be banking out huge money, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So cap,
I mean,
right?
Only having like 50 or 80 subscribers made me like a lot of money. And that's just like for I think it was only $10 a month back then. And now I upped it to 20 because I'm like posting better content. So
do you think your, I guess, fan base or clients, do you think they're local people from Hawaii or just in general from wherever?
Definitely some from Hawaii. Shout out to you guys.
Kalu in the house.
No shit. I don't know. I mean, some of them where I know their names, like obviously I know you. Other people that are just the usernames, I don't know where they're from. I think it's like, I personally think it's better off not knowing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to know.
But
I kind of would want to know the area that they were from, though. Like You know what I mean? Like, oh, what if
Well,
you
like,
could
or
see
are
a
they from
map?
Kalihi, or
Yeah,
they have like their little dots pop
yeah.
up? No, no, no.
Kailua, you get a whole bunch of guys from Waianae or like Kaneohe. Where you grad castle? Oh, imagine your whole like
I'm sure
what
there's
a,
some fellow classmates.
remember Olivia from high school. Check this out.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure it'd be like that sometimes.
Probably. I mean, I probably would.
I'm
I
not
mean,
mad
if I
though.
I went to Damien though, so maybe not. It's all boys.
Maybe you should start an Onlyfans. Shout out to
Oh,
your Damien friend.
that would be
I'm
weird.
just kidding.
All my classmates, I never even know how they was checking me out this whole time.
You never know. You
Oh,
never
yeah,
know.
I wouldn't want to.
You dress up in your
See
your Damien football jersey.
Yo, just the pads and the helmet. Huh?
I might pay to see
Yeah.
that. Let me know.
that would
Oh,
break the
shit.
internet. Then I would have to
Um,
tell my dad, this is what I'm doing nowadays.
Another one of your side hustles.
Yo.
Yeah.
Showing my balls now. Yeah.
Hey, you
not
don't
doing
have
that.
to if you don't want to.
One ball. Huh?
Just one, whatever you're comfortable
half
with.
nut. Half nut. Alrighty.
Boy.
Shit, this was good fun.
I
Well, shoot,
know,
we've been going
right?
for about an hour. I guess John can ask the question of the week. Or if you
Okay.
have any other questions, John, I asked all the ones that I could think of.
Yeah, I think the question of the week has nothing to do with what we talked about.
Mhm.
Well, you could change it if you want to.
Hey, let's, I guess.
Well, you can't do that. You already. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
we'll keep it. We'll keep it. Well, I know
You can
that
change it if you
I know
want.
that I know that you moving because you had some issues, and like you explained to me, like you're in such a better place. And for me, I was taking care of my mom and she passed away, and I didn't get to a dark place, but I needed to learn how to navigate through those feelings to make
Yeah, and
myself
pull
feel good.
yourself out. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So it
it's
was
hard. It's not easy.
yeah, and you, well, from what you explained to me, was kind of something that I understood. So that's why we're going to ask this question. Like, we just
Okay.
didn't go into that depth of a conversation to kind of tie it together, but because I was having so much fun talking about the other stuff. But that being said, John can ask the question.
Okay, let me get the question. I thought we're not going to ask this, but question of the week is, what things do you do to strengthen your mental health?
Well, I moved. That was one. I think definitely not drinking helped me have like a whole new clarity and like a clear thought process. I'm not making bad decisions. That was just like alcohol was a huge factor in very bad decisions I would make for such a long time. I was drinking since I was like 16, and just like coronavirus, I was like, why not have tequila for breakfast? Because we can't go anywhere or do anything. Like, it was
Yeah,
just a lot.
be
And then
drunk
I'm like
all day.
drunk all day, hungover. But yeah, just moving here, and I'm still figuring out like really just doing things that make me happy. Like I buy myself flowers. I fill my apartment with flowers. I just honestly, this alone time that I've had, I've just gotten so much done in such short time that I haven't had time to really reflect on where I am too, which being able to like sit and think and like congratulate myself how far I've come was kind of really big and eye-opening, because I was just like so busy always doing things, making things happen for myself, and then working another job. Like I didn't have time, but I'm just like, damn, I'm seriously like I got a job in like a week. I got my car. I already had an apartment, but I just like furnished it. I made it nice for me how I wanted it, because my room is always like my sanctuary and just where I can feel peaceful. Crystals help. I love like going crystal shopping. I am like, I don't know, I'm a collector. I love collecting like seashells and glass. I now collect like rocks. But yeah, just having time to yourself to really reflect and figuring out like what makes you happy. It took me really forever to find out what I'm passionate about. And now that I feel healthier, I want other people to feel this way. And that helps.
Well, I definitely can sense a lot more strength coming out of you. Like from knowing you from before, you're just happy and silly. Now talking to you, it feels more in depth, and I mean, you're still fun and cool to talk to, but I definitely sense more strength from you, which is kind of cool. And I guess it's about time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay, it's 28. We got to get it together and find a career. I went through some really hard times too. Like I've been through some shit and like obviously like boy crazy and everything. And I guess really figuring out my self-worth too, like only happened recently in the last like couple of weeks. I'm just like not interested in anybody. And I was like, wow, this is kind of cool. Like I'm interested in myself. Like I'm wondering what makes like me happy, what is going to move me forward. I'm always worried about what everybody else thinks and wanting to take care of everybody, but I'm like in a healthier environment too, where I don't have to take care of so many people. Like my mom and my sister and the kids are just like really supportive, and I can like feel that energy, and it makes like fuels me to be like, okay, I can get this shit done, like, and put me where I want to be, instead of like, I think I'm good, I'd rather get drunk, you know.
So I got a last question for you. Like, where do you see yourself in the next like couple years? Like, what do you see your future holding? Or like,
I
you
definitely
just
want
don't
to
even think about
travel
it?
more. I don't really look that far into my future. I do know for a fact in the future I'm trying to buy my grandpa's house that is like probably like 1.3 million. So
In
I'm just
Kahalu?
trying to, yeah. So my dad's
Nice.
family pretty much owns like a really huge piece of property, and we've been on it for like hundreds of years. And just so happens that my mom's dad bought a house like directly behind it. But they're thinking about selling it because they can't really keep it if something were to happen to grandpa, or like when he gets old, he just has his heart kind of set on wanting to sell it and nobody else can keep it, because I get like it's hard times. Nobody has money realistically for that type of house. But I want to figure out a way of manifesting it into my existence, that like where there's a will, there's a way. I really want to buy grandpa's house and keep it in the family. Like that's my huge goal. Like we already own it. We own the land. We own the house. We're there. Like just keep it. Just keep it. That's my idea. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Hopefully I'll be sculpting bodies on a daily and Onlyfans will be popping. Like I gotta make a bunch of money. Plus like maintain my mental health. I still want to travel in between and do things that are good for me. So that's my long-term goal.
That's awesome. I feel like if that's your goal, I think you're strong enough to achieve it. And like you said, sky's the limits. Like, like 2,000 fans, you're well on your way.
Cross our fingers, we'll get more from today.
Okay, so for your OnlyFans, for Instagram, where can they find you?
Livia44, LIVIAA44. And the link is
no
in my bio.
Okay, so your OnlyFans link is in your bio on Instagram. Okay, cool. Yeah, so check her out on Instagram. Go subscribe, go buy all her pictures, and yeah, that would be super cool. What else?
Thanks for all your support.
That would be cool.
I hope I answered all your questions. This is a super fun interview. I've never done anything like it, but it was a good ass time.
The one big question he wanted to ask was, would they know if you bought the pictures?
Oh yeah.
Right? That was the one question.
If you bought, why are you trying to
me?
This?
No, because remember even last week when you were talking.
Oh yeah. No, that was why I asked if she could. Well, that's why I asked if she could know who the client was. And that was only
unless like some people subscribe and they use their name and they don't know. But like, come on now, guys. You just like, it's only
common sense.
Like, yeah, I feel like if you don't want to use your name, you don't have to choose one. And we'll just leave it at that, and we can still do business and it'll be cool. But if you want to use your real name, then I'm like, oh, what's up? Falala. From Instagram.
Yeah.
Nah.
4. Oh, right on. But thank you so much for coming on and clearing up these questions that people been asking, and I had, and it's kind of a new environment, and some people don't want to talk about it, or they feel like it's not like anybody's business. But it was kind of cool for you to come shed some light on it, and who knows, people might pick it up and take a chance and like
I feel like anybody should. If there's a market for it, like you're literally just losing out on money.
Yeah.
Unless like it's against your morals and stuff, I understand. But if you're already considering it, then you should just do it.
Nice. Okay, BBJ. You have a BBJ OnlyFans. She's put Funko Pops in.
What?
Anyways. No, he collects Funko Pops, so I'm sure there's a market for that. Just put Funko
There
Pops.
could be. There, like,
Yeah.
you literally never, ever, ever know. Some people are into some weird shit.
I'm just saying, like, do the Funko Pops. I'm just saying, showcase them.
I know, but like looking at them, you could be
Okay.
like touching them all weird. People could watch you wash a cucumber and weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's almost no limit to the weird stuff you'll find out there.
Oh, that's odd. I guess so, right? Everybody has their own thing. Fucking. Anyways, you can find BBJ on Instagram. Go BBJ8, the letter O8. Go check him out. He has some cool content. Follow me, Thaddy Daddy High. Especially follow ATB Pod. Go to atbpod.com. Check out our YouTube, Above the Bridge Podcast, and also our Instagram, Above the Bridge Pod. Thank you, Olivia, for coming on. I hope to see you when you come visit, or I might go up there to snowboard with you
You have
guys.
to
That
come
might
up
be cool.
here, definitely. Yeah. I don't think I'm
That would be
coming back
super
to the
cool.
islands anytime soon.
That's probably a
But
good
thank you
thing,
for
yeah.
having me. I know you'll love it out
Yes.
here. It's beautiful.
Right on. We'll shaka for the cameras. And shout out to the Artist Groove Network. Aloha.
Aloha.